But let's talk about another subject. It's a relationship Friday. We've just been talking about how to handle breakups with our life coach. And I think it's a good thing that we can be taught how to manage relationships as a whole. And there's a seminar coming up. We will tell you more about it with my guests, Madam Josephine Kafui Tetteh, who is a counselor, psychologist with a 3-year mission and the Center for Life Balance. So good morning to you. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
Can I find out why you think there should be a conscious effort to manage our relationships as a people?
Good morning once again. And basically, life in general is all about relationship. Right from conception through birth till you die, you're bound to relate. You relate with your mother from the womb, and right when you're given birth to, the nurse would have to know that you are communicating, indicating that all is well with you. So communication carries a major weight in our everyday interaction, and therefore we think it is a critical thing that everybody needs to know what it means to communicate and communicate effectively. And when you're communicating, then that means there's a relationship between you and whoever you're communicating with. When you communicate or you relate with somebody and there's not that flow of proper communication, there's no relationship. So relationship, we say, it's a key thing that harnesses itself in all aspects of life, and therefore we need to understand what it takes to relate and relate well.
Okay.
So the need for conscious relationship seminar.
Okay. So what are the potholes that you've seen? What are we not doing right?
You would find that we have main 5 areas of our life existence. We have our spiritual, we have our psychological, we have our social, we have physical, and then the financial. And in all of this, we relate in one way or the other. We relate with a maker, and therefore we communicate with a maker. We relate with our social environment, with our spouses, with our children, with our work colleagues, and therefore we relate. And again, we relate with our financial environment, with our bosses, with our subordinates, and therefore there's the need to understand how we relate to ensure that there's coordination to bring about the optimum output we expect from every environment. But then you'd realize because of the lack of proper relationship, spousal communication and spousal relationships are not flowing effectively, such that it even disseminates to the children and everyone within the environment. When you go to our workplaces, you realize that relationship between bosses, subordinates is not that cordial. A boss feels, I am the boss, I am so superior, and therefore would probably sometimes look down upon probably the cleaner. The cleaner feels the boss is so superior, I cannot match up to him, and therefore I can't even voice out what is pertinent or an issue to me to be listened to. So there's lack of relationship, and when there's no relationship, we can't flow, we can't coordinate, and there are loopholes certainly going to happen in our everyday existence, which is not going to give us the balance we expect in everything we do.
I like the fact that it looks like relationship is a foundation.
Certainly, yes, it's the
Foundation for
foundation
everything
of
else that we do.
everything. You sleeping, it's even a relationship with your inner self and your environment. If the environment is not peaceful, is not comfortable, your sleep alone wouldn't give you that relationship to even have a sound mind to wake up the next morning to be able to be productive. You're relating with your children. You need to have that respect for who that child is. But sometimes it's like, I am the parent, I am the boss, and you do as I say. And this even cuts across to our work environment. The boss speaks and no one else can speak. Meanwhile, if we can relate, see the point of view from other perspective, and regard each and every one as important to whatever is needed to be done, we will have the time, the patience, the understanding to listen, to relate well, and not cause pain, not cause stumbling blocks in the ways of others such that they do not flow towards your end to enhance whatever you're also doing.
Are there people who simply don't want to relate?
Certainly, yes. There are people in life who don't want to relate, but it may be as a result of an issue. The person could be in a certain frame of mind that is not willing to. We have the temperaments. You say the sanguines are all the outgoing, the melancholies are the cool types and all that. But then it's as a result of how we are raised, the environment we find ourselves in, the issues people have gone through. And you'd realize that people have been handled in a way that they have been suppressed in their upbringing all the way. So at a point in time, you expect the person to be in the office and relate with you, talk with you, the person can't open up. There is a bottom line of suppression. There's a bottom line of pain. There's a bottom line of fear. There's a bottom line of anxiety and not certain as to what is ahead of me. And therefore, let me keep to myself. Let me just be here and not open because I don't know what can stop me, what can cause me pain, or what can prevent me from excelling.
But those people can change?
Certainly, yes, they can change. With the right directives, with the right sort of management, counseling, support system, certainly they can change. Because without relating, you are like in the dark.
Are there people who also, because I can imagine there are people who would think that, oh, if I don't, then I don't bring trouble to myself. Because then if I keep everything to myself and I'm in my little world, then I don't go and touch anybody, and then tomorrow they will say I've said this or I've done this wrong, that kind of thing.
Then you would be in an island or in an isolated situation. But we are in this entire space we called the universe or the world. You can't say, I want to be in my quiet corner and not cause any harm to anybody. You're stopping your flow of good. Probably the next good you're expecting is coming from the person you're preventing yourself to relate with. So you stay in your quiet corner, not wanting trouble, then you're not here to be, or you're not here to excel, because life is a relationship. We relate with our environment. Even humans and plants, they relate, because the plants give us carbon dioxide, the plants give us oxygen, and we exhale carbon dioxide. So even plants and humans have a relation. How much more a human that you're supposed to interact, to correlate with people, to bring out the good in you, and then also bring out the good in others, would say, I don't want trouble. I want to be in my small corner and not want to relate. Even the little chick, which is in the egg, would not say, I want to be here in my little space of the egg, but keeps pecking the shell till it breaks, because there's a bigger horizon that would help you to unearth your greater potentials. And when you stick into that hole, you're locking yourself. There's a bigger world, there's a bigger flow of opportunity, and it is right for everyone to relate. And the thing is, conscious relationship, relating consciously. What is the reason for which I would want to relate with A, B, or C? Or what is the reason for me to be in such an institution and need to relate effectively? Without relationship, nothing moves. It's like a dead end. So there's the need for us to relate.
Is it right to think about relating because of the opportunities that you can get from whoever you're relating with, or you become an opportunist in that instance?
Life is a give and take affair. If you would only sit at the other side and say, I am relating with you, expecting that which I am gaining, life is a holistic package. You can't be on the other side and expect. it's a give and take. As you give me, I give you.
Okay.
And it becomes a flow, a coordination. We can't be, like you said, an opportunist, because at the end, everybody notices that you're the person who wouldn't want to give, who would only relate because you're expecting to gain. And at a point in time, they would all cut their flow of relationship or relating with you. So what would be the benefit of taking such a stance? Being an opportunist, only expecting to receive.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So that's why you're putting this seminar together.
Yes.
All right. When is it happening? Where is it happening? What will be the other subtopics that you'll be tackling?
This is taking place tomorrow at the Thuan Mission. That is the 18th of March. It's at 4 p.m. prompt. And the Thuan Mission is at Sakaman. Okay. And we have people, counselors, psychologists, and a sex therapist who is in the person of Papa Kwame Amu. Okay, who is going to
You have a sex therapist?
A sex therapist.
Okay, because what has sex got to do with relationship?
We said this is relationship in the broad perspective. So relationship with your family. The family begins with if parents coming together. You need to relate effectively in your marital consummation. And so when there are issues in that, certainly there wouldn't be the flow or the peaceful flow of relationship, even in the home. So we have Papa Kwame Amo coming in, a counselor and a sex therapist, who is going to help us understand how we cooperate and relate effectively in our homes. We have Brother Andrew Ano Apo, also who is a business guru, a marketing guru with Max International, who is also going to help us deal with our relationship with our corporate environment and our financial issues.
Okay.
If you don't know how to relate with your clients, your market people, they'll divert their interest to other people and you lose your business. So business relationship is also a critical thing we're going to look at. And then we also have Brother Ishmael Tetteh, who is a leader, founder of a Thuan Mission, who is also going to be the general person discussing the spiritual side of relationship. All right? So we have these three resource people, and they're going to help us understand the need for a conscious relationship.
Okay. So why should people listening to us show up tomorrow at 4 p.m.?
I know this is the third year we're having such a seminar. And year after year, we keep having the calls of people, why wouldn't you make this a quarterly thing? Because once they stepped in, the benefit, the insights, the education they gathered has improved upon their relationships in all spheres of life. And we're trying to make it a quarterly thing, but the calendar is so choked. You're going to experience your innate potential for which you would need to relate and share that. When you unlock those potentials, you are free to relate. Most times people would find themselves not wanting to relate because they don't even have that confidence in themselves. They don't know what they possess for which they must even share or relate with somebody else to enjoy what they have. We're going to help you unearth who you truly are, what you possess, what you can give out to support life become better. And you realize that wherever you find yourself, the need to relate to ensure a progressive life balance in everything you do becomes the key of your life.
Okay. You have to pay to be part of it.
It's free. Absolutely free.
Okay. So this is from 4 to what time?
4 to 8 p.m.
Oh, okay.
4 to 8 p.m. And it's going to be workshop based. So the people who come in after listening to the speakers are also going to gather the information they've gathered, discover, and then bring out their own concerns, their own information, their own knowledge they gather from which, and afterward we're going to come together and share what the groups also came up with.
Okay, all right. So please give the directions to the venue again.
We that's happening at Ethereum Mission headquarters, which is in Sakaman. Sakaman is between Odoko, the Malam Highway, turning to the Dansuman, and just 100 meters into the Dansuman Highway, you'd find Ethereum Mission on your right. 4 p.m. prompt tomorrow, and because it's going to be a very insightful, very interactive program, we're going to take off exactly at 4. So if you'd want to make the full benefit of the seminar, I believe you wouldn't want to miss out a second.
Okay.
Be there on time, and then we'll begin to share and express and experience the beauty of relationship.
Okay. Any other thing that you want to add? If we missed something?
For others who would want to call for more details, they can call in on 0264 177 633. Okay.
Please give the number again.
0264 177 633.
Okay. So you can call for further details and then directions as well if you're not familiar with the location. All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you too.
Talking to us about relationships and why it's important to develop a conscious relationship. And I hope that many people will be there to have this education as
ready to receive all of them.
That's Josephine Kafui Tetteh, counselor psychologist, Ethereum Mission Center for Life Balance. Thank you so much.
Thank you.